Fasten your seatbelts.
Drivers, start your engines.
Race activated. Sheer passion. Change the game forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Racing with Celebs.
Here we go again. I can't wait for you to see what we have in store for you today. Welcome back to another episode of Racing with Celebs. This is the place where speed and adrenaline are the order of the day. My name is Donovan Clyde, and together with Johan Snyman, we have an episode designed especially for you motorsport enthusiasts out there. Our word for the day is Mickey Mouse Corner, a pejorative term for a corner of series of corners on a circuit that are thought to be poorly designed, slow, uncompetitive, uninteresting, and usually difficult or near impossible to overtake through, which detract from the overall challenge of the track. That is definitely one thing that will not happen to Racing with Celebs, because we are always set, checked, and ready to make sure that we bring you a show without interruptions. We are psyched to bring you the best entertainment that motorsport can offer. Today, we will be using the official four-wheel drive club of South Africa's venue in Gauteng called Base 4. We hope that our celebrity can cope with this track. That person that we will be putting through her paces is none other than Angelique Gerber. Angelique Gerber is an actress, presenter, and motivational speaker on local television. Even though she is better known for her role as Clara on Sewende Laan and as the presenter of Broer Soek 'n Vrou, she was fortunate enough to work in theatre productions, short films, music videos, and she has been the master of ceremonies at many of various events. After completing a psychology degree at University of Pretoria, and with the support of her mom Lynette Stemmet, this You Spectacular award-winning took a 2-year sabbatical in London. But since the opportunity presented itself to her during her second year at the University of Pretoria Drama School, petite Angelique Gerber has become known to all of us as Clara, the Romanian love refugee on the wildly popular Afrikaans soapie Sewende Laan. Angelique passed the advanced ballet exams with the Royal Academy of Dancing in 2000 and also completed a stage fighting course as well as a presenting course with Shireen Swart in 2004. More about the superstar later in the program. Let's go and find out more about the cars from my co-host Johan Snyman.
Thank you, Donovan. Angelique Gerber is a household name and has entertained us for many, many years. It's an absolute honor to have her on our show today. My name is Johan Snyman, and today the action will take place at Base 4. The Rivaro Motorsport forms part of the Rivaro group of companies. The main objective of the company is to expand the existing dealer and service network countrywide and throughout Africa, where they are already serving 20 countries with their other range of equipment. Now that we know more about Rivaro Motorsport, it's time to introduce you to our celebrity, Angelique Gerber. Angelique, welcome to Racing with Celebs. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. I don't know what to feel. I'm a bit nervous now.
Have you ever done something like this before?
I have never ever, not even a normal 4x4, anything. I've never done anything like this. And I was so excited and I really looked forward to it. But now that I'm sitting in this car with this helmet on my head, all strapped, I'm a little bit worried. The nerves has kicked in officially.
Well, all I can say is have fun and enjoy it.
Yes, thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break with celebrity Angelique Gerber.
Mzansi, new spectacular singles brought to you by Roman's Pizza. Zihamba ngama-11. One single large margarita, only $63.90. One single large pepperoni deluxe, only $74.90. One single large 4-in-1, only $94.90. One single large sweet chili chicken, only $98.90. Nizwile. Order online at romanspizza.co.za. We deliver or you collect. Roman's Pizza, best value.
Welcome back to part 2 of Racing with Celebs. This week we're off-roading with Angelique Gerber and her instructor is Frank Stegman. They're ready to go out in the Revaro Motorsport Falcon. This is a 1500cc two-seater off-road specific machine. As you can see, it's not like a road car in any way, shape or form. Here is Angelique just getting a bit of hints and training, and unlike what we've seen before where we've been doing on-track action and races and so on, this week at the off-road course at Base 4 in Centurion, as we get a quick stall there from Angelique, we are going to be dealing with obstacles instead. This is obstacle 1, down and up. Looks simple enough, but I'm sure in practice it's probably not so easy. So let's see what Angelique is going to be able to do. Angelique, of course, being an actress, a presenter, and a motivational speaker on local South African television. This is a very different kettle of fish. You can see the instructions there from Freek, as well as he just tries to help her along and just guide her through this. It's probably not going to be the easiest start to it, and we know that Angelique was quite nervous actually before she got into the car, but she manages to deal with the first obstacle with relative ease. Nicely done there. So this 1500cc two-seater machine, as you can see, very adept at dealing with this kind of terrain. And this is obstacle number 2 that Angelique is going to have to deal with now. So let's see what is going to happen then here. So through the right then, taking it very steady through there, and understandably so. Speed is not the name of the game with this obstacle course, and you can see the ruts there. It's very unbalanced, very easy to get it wrong, and taking it steady is the name of the game. You can see she's grounded out there just a few bits, but she's got enough suspension travel to go through that rut on the right hand side, the left hand side as we were looking at it, and deal with it. You can see the suspension working overtime, the front left wheel as we look at it in the air, or front right wheel as we look at it rather, I should say, in the air. Scrabbling for traction with this four-wheel drive machine. Just able to get it on the straight and narrow. And again, taking her time, bit of smoke coming there as she gets herself through obstacle number 2 with relative ease, and a smile on the face there of Angelique as well. Now, obstacle number 3, what's this all about? So, we go through, we're going on a straight bit, but then we're about to come down a big old drop. And it's a case of taking it steady through there then, by the looks of things, applying the brakes, not being too fast on the way in. You can see the ruts as the car gets unsettled, and then back out the other side. So let's see how Gerber deals with it then. Her instructor Freak on the left-hand side. So we've come down the straight, we're going into the drop then, and you can see the camera angle here giving you a good example. Big old rut on the right-hand side as we look at it on Angelique's left. The car grounding out there. You can hear the skid plate just taking up the slack. Steady away through there. Keeping that momentum going. Nicely done. The suspension working really hard through there. But Angelique doing a good job of getting her way through the other side. That's that obstacle complete. So obstacle number 4 then. What's the name of the game here? So we go left, and then we're about to go through the middle of some trees, through some more ruts, picking up a bit more speed this time. Just losing sight of the car momentarily. Round through to the right. Not that difficult on paper, but I'm sure in practice it's going to be very, very different. Interestingly, this Base 4 property, which is owned by the club, is situated in a 14 hectare square area, situated 800 metres off the R511 near Henops. It's a quiet, tranquil place where, as a member, you can camp or relax, or just spend the day and then test your vehicle and meet fellow members with the same interests. Now this is the bit we didn't see on the drone, and you can see just how much harder this is going over the top of these rocks. The car, though, soaking it up. And Angelique doing a good job there as well. Nicely done as she gets through that next obstacle. As we look at an onboard shot then. Past the drums on the right-hand side. And let's see what is going to happen here there for Angelique. So, over some rocks. And quite a few more. The suspension, yeah, you can see on the left-hand side, they're really travelling up to its maximum level of compression. Cameraman just lucky to get out of the way at the right time. A little bit faster now. You can see she's getting a bit more confidence here as Angelique, so doing a really good job, actually. Especially given it's her first time. Now, obstacle number 5. What's the name of the game? Big old drop downhill. Past the tree. So it's just a case of controlling the car as you come down here. And you can see there, well, the camera angle doesn't necessarily do it justice, but I can imagine it's not the easiest thing to be dealing with. Down the big old drop. There's a better idea of the decline that she's having to deal with. And down it with relative ease. And over the top there. Very nicely done indeed. Now, the next obstacle, obstacle number 6. Lots of ruts on this one. Keeping a slow, controlled pace is going to be the plan, I would believe. So through the first of the big ruts there, you can see, again, the suspension working really hard. It's just a case of keeping this one very nice and controlled. And I'm sure that Angelique will be starting to enjoy herself there now as well. She has a psychology degree as well at the University of Pretoria, does Angelique. So I wonder whether she's had to delve into using that to get herself prepared mentally for the obstacle course that she's dealing with here today. Obstacle number 7 then. Now this looks like a bit more of a challenge. More ruts this time. And we're going to go all the way through and around to the left by the looks of things. So get through the sandy, boggy bit, round the left-hander, over the tabletop, down the other side, and through, again, some very uneven surfaces. So, obstacle number 7 then, over the rocks to start, and into the deep ruts then. You can see the suspension there working really hard indeed. Over the left, then the right. And it's difficult because, of course, this car's 4-wheel drive, but when you've got a wheel in the air rather like that, only 3-wheel drive, possibly sometimes even 2, depending on how much you've got. So just keeping a nice steady pace is crucial here to not get too stuck, but you don't want to go too fast in case you damage the car or indeed yourself. Now round to the left-hander and over the tabletop then. So over the top we go. The car's going to ground out. But she's stalled the car at the top. Now that's not helpful at all because she's going to roll back here. So try and catch it on the clutch. Give it a boot full of revs. Get the car over. A bit more revs and then gravity will take her down the other side. Just some instructions being given there by Freak, her instructor, sitting in the passenger seat. Slight hesitation on the brakes as we come down the other side there. Nicely done there for Gerber. She gets herself through that obstacle. Not quite over yet though, as we go through the sand. Keeping it on the straight and narrow. Lovely stuff. She makes her way through. Now obstacle number 8. Let's see what the plan is going to be here for this one. So through and up the slope we go. Going to come over the crest of the hill. Keeping good momentum up there, unlike we saw on that tabletop last time. Feeding the wheel through, keeping the thumbs on the outside of the wheel as well, because of course if the car hits a rut and it bucks the wheel one way or another, well, that can't be ideal at all, and it could also cause you to break your thumb possibly as well. So good control technique there as we come through the left, through the bushes. And we're going down a drop now, and quite a big drop at that one as well, into obstacle number 9. So let's see how we negotiate this one then. Down the bottom we go, and straight out the other side. But up to a very big climb indeed. Now this is all going to be about momentum, giving it a good amount of gas. Lovely. She's really getting confident now, is Angelique. Getting this one very much right for her, and indeed for Freak, I'm sure, will be very pleased with her progress. You can see she's getting more confident, more quick as a result of that, coming down the hill now. As we come up the other side. Nice and controlled going through there as well. Now feed the wheel round to the right. Looks like she's just left the steering a bit too late there, so is going to have to back up ever so slightly, get herself around that corner, and then round through the left once again. So obstacle number 10 then. What is going to be the plan here? Keeping good speed by the looks of things. You can hear Freak there just giving her a good amount of encouragement. You can see an onboard shot there at base 4. Through the water splash. That's the first time we've seen one of those. And through it with a good amount of confidence there for Gerber as well. Very nicely done. Now obstacle number 11. Are we going to see more water splashes this time? What are we going to see? Let's find out. So, through some more rocks. Now this is looking very treacherous indeed. You can see her having to control the car on the brakes as we come down the hill. And there we come into the rocks. So this is going to be very tricky indeed. Keep a good amount of momentum. Should have a good traction on there as well. But it's all about it, keeping the revs up, keeping the momentum so that you can go over the other side. Very well controlled there indeed. And back out of it now. Now obstacle number 12 awaits at base 4 into another water splash. This one an immediate start into it. All about keeping that momentum as well. Let's see how deep we're going to go then. Not looking too bad here then so far. Again, it's all about keeping momentum up in here. You can see her there spinning the wheels as she gets the momentum good and going. Now, next up, what's the plan? So coming down then through the drop. Bit of water to contend with here there as well. That makes the ground very soft and very slippery, and it's very easy to get stuck as a result of that. So it's all about keeping momentum up. Again, four-wheel drive is going to help her out here, and she gets out the other side very nicely indeed. That was very important, that, because you can see how soft and how boggy it got going through there. Nice driving.
Oh, it's amazing. It's such an adrenaline rush. Wow. And the best teacher ever.
Join us after the break as we catch up with Angelique Gerber.
We are back with our celebrity for today, Angelique Gerber. Angelique, how did you end up in the entertainment industry?
Well, I've always actually wanted to be an actress. Since I was a little girl, I was dancing and acting and very much involved in the theatre. And after school, I told my mum I want to become an actress, and she said, "There's no ways in hell." Okay. Ja, ek gaan eers ietsie swat. So I went and I studied psychology, and after a very long story to cut it really short quickly, studied psychology, went to London, came back, told my mom I still want to study to be an actress, started studying, and in my second year I just randomly went for audition for Sevendelaan and didn't think I would ever get it because it's my first audition. Yes. And I'm still studying, and whoops, there I got it. So my first job was to portray Clara, which was a Romanian girl with an accent on Sevendelaan. That's how I got into the industry. So
And what do you enjoy most about the work that you do?
I you know what, it doesn't feel, as they always say, you must do what you love because your job mustn't feel like work.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's what I love the most. It doesn't feel like work ever to me because it's my passion. I love it. You know, you get to portray different characters when you're acting. I also do a lot of presenting. You get to meet different people. And I'm such a stage kind of girl, you know. I absolutely thrive off energy of other people. And Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like work. I enjoy it so much.
Having a big day of fun. It's
Absolutely.
fun,
Like I get to do stuff like this, you
yeah,
see.
yeah, you're fortunate.
I am.
And what motivates you?
What motivates me at this stage of my life? My children. My
That's
3
fantastic.
beautiful kids. I do everything that I do for them.
Yes.
And then obviously, you know, we were all placed on this earth for a purpose.
Yes.
And my biggest purpose is just really to live out the purpose that God placed me on this earth for. So that is also my big motivator, to absolutely fulfill my destiny and my purpose in Christ. So
No, that's
those are my
fantastic.
2 big motivators in life.
No, that's fantastic.
Yes.
And 3 words to describe yourself in?
Oh my goodness. Super honest. Those are 2 words. Okay. Honest. Can I use 2 words? I try to
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
funny. Yeah, I have quite a weird sense of humor, but yeah, I'd say funny, honest, and passionate.
Passionate.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. And what's next for Angelique?
Oh my goodness, you know, I have sacrificed so much the last few years for my husband and his career.
Yes.
And then having 3 kids in like a year's time. So my career has been placed on a little bit of hold. I've been doing films and
Yes.
presenting and stuff like that. Things that don't keep me too busy, because you
Yes.
know, if you go into soap work, it's like 12-hour
Yeah, no,
days.
it's long days.
Where with you shoot a film, it's like quick, you know, you work really long hours, but it's 2 weeks of your life and
And
you're
it's done. Yeah.
It's not like it's in America where it's 6 months of your life. So I really want to do a talk show, because I think, you know, I have a lot to offer and a lot
Yes,
to give, and
absolutely.
I'd love to do something like that. But I'm a little bit in limbo at the moment. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of like still focused on being a mommy and to see where Jock wants to go next with
In
his
his
rugby. So once his rugby is done and my kids are bigger, I am back on the TV definitely, because I
After 10
love
years.
it.
After 10 years.
Yeah.
Angelique, a very big thank you for your time today. We had a lot of fun and we hope that you've enjoyed it with us today.
Yes, thank you. It was amazing. Thank you
Perfect.
very much.
Thank you.
Next week on Racing with Celebs. Catch all the action on Ignition TV, DSTV channel 189.
What a trip back onto the racecourse it was. We have enjoyed it and hope you did too. Don't miss us too much. We will be back soon. For more information on the series or our celebrities, sponsors, please visit our Facebook page Racing with Celebs or download our mobile app Racing with Celebs on the Google Play Store or Apple iStore. Till next week, keep it safe.